Ella Sharp Museum, Director of Curatorial Affairs, Harrison Marcotte, and new museum assistant, Matt Schaefer. Welcome to the show.
It's good to be here.
Yeah,
Harrison.
thanks for having us.
Matt, good to see you.
Yeah.
So, Matt, first time on our show, and you're fairly new at the Ella.
Yes, sir. Yes. So I spent the last few years living in Chicago, where I attended art school, studied design, continued working in design while in Chicago, and then felt the need to move back home.
Awesome. Well, welcome back home.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Picked up all kinds of cool experiences in Chicago and brought them back to put into use here in Jackson,
Yeah, absolutely.
including, this is something brand new, a new newsletter, which is print and large format. Looks great.
Yeah, thanks. It's tabloid style. I think a lot of people, well, I know I've heard Jeremy mention it. He really wanted to have a physical newsletter, and it was a request on a lot of the members' behalf as well, because I think there's just so much digital clutter, and print and having something tangible helps cut through that.
Well, it has, of course, Ella on the cover for the first edition, but a lot of color all throughout, a lot of photos and stories. How do you get this?
Some JTV photos in there as well, shout out. So this will be mailed out to members as of today, and then if anyone would like to pick one up, we will have them available at the museum as well.
All right, another reason to be a member.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the many benefits.
Yeah, congratulations to you and the entire team at the museum for a couple of really cool things that I witnessed, the Sugaring and Sharing
Yeah.
and Jackson County Free Museum Day.
Yeah. Free Museum Day was a huge success. A lot of people came out. It was a great time. What did we have? Like probably almost 3,000 people?
Yeah, I think the final count was just under 3,000.
Yeah.
Jackson County Intermediate School District was giving away a lot of free books, and they had some of the authors there as well, which was a big hit.
Yeah. We had like house tours. Obviously, the galleries are all open. We had a new exhibit open just a couple days beforehand, so that was kind of like our test run for it. See what worked and what didn't work, and what we're going to change.
All right, tell us about the new exhibit.
So, well, as you and I'm sure a lot of your viewers know, Ella Sharp, being Jackson's main museum, has had a history exhibit for, we had one for over a decade. A couple years ago, we closed it down, and that was to rehouse a lot of the objects and kind of like totally redo and start fresh. And now we're kind of in the position, or we were in the position now to kind of reopen that. So the new exhibit's called Made in Jackson. It's in our front two galleries. It features local businesses, stuff that people will be familiar with. Jacobson's, some stuff that's still around, like Alro Steel.
I saw Furman's display.
Yeah, Furman's was in there. Aeroquip. We've got our other automobile that most people didn't know that we had. This one's actually got a more in-depth story than our other one, which is currently on exhibit at the old carriage shop with Lloyd. But it's mainly focused on, this exhibit is going to be like a springboard because it will be semi-permanent, but it won't live in the spot it's in right now, and it's going to keep changing. So it's going to be pretty modular. Pieces can come out and go in, and then it's going to expand to twice its size next year. So right now it's maybe about like 1,800 square feet. It's going to expand to about like almost 3,000 next year, featuring Jackson stories. The focus on it is, as it grows, it's going to be more on individual memories and kind of like building a sense of continuity with stuff that was around but is still very much around. And we're gonna have like a space in there for people to write or type if they're comfortable with a typewriter, type up their memories of these spaces and then add them to a board.
I saw that, and I noticed people looking at it like it was something very foreign to them. It's like typewriter, what?
Yeah.
What?
Come by and try it. It is, just a few tips, it is a lot harder to use than a computer.
Yeah.
There are instructions on how to do it, but it's as anyone who's used a typewriter a lot in the past, like from those old days where writing 40 to 60 words a minute was super quick on a typewriter because it's much slower. So we kind of wanted to harken back to that feel of it's something that people can play with, but understand that it is a much more difficult thing to use.
Yeah, and you're talking from like a different generation. 'Cause I learned how to type on a real typewriter.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
everything was harder.
What tips do you have? I guess if someone were to come in, let's say someone my age came in and to the exhibit and wanted to type up their memories, what do you have any
Well,
tips that?
Yeah, I would say there's no delete button. I mean,
Yeah.
you make a mistake, you've made a mistake, you can't fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways, but yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're excited about it. It's only going to grow. It's going to be up from now through the rest of the year, and then probably grow. It's going to expand and grow early next year.
All right. Well, we promised our viewers that you guys have some events coming up. We talked about two ones recent. So what's up next?
The biggest one is Art Beer and Wine. That's going to be our biggest.
Now, how long
thing.
have you been here?
I've been here 4.5 years.
Okay,
about
so you've
5
been
years
through a
almost.
few of
Oh
them.
yeah. Yeah.
And have you ever been to Art Beer and Wine?
Yes, I have attended them in the
Okay.
past. So this will be my first one as an employee of the museum.
All right. So this year you've made a few refinements. I'd say.
Yeah, we changed the hours slightly. All that is, I know, on our website, and then there's the ADW website. We're focusing a lot more on the art side of things. I know previously, there's been discussion within, on our teams and then within the community of how much has this gotten away from being an art-focused festival and then turning into, like come and get drunk thing, which is always dangerous when it's super, super hot out, and it probably will be. But yeah, we've got like well over 70 art vendors this year, and we're still going to maintain like a lot of local breweries and distilleries, obviously food trucks. We've looked a lot in the past few years, like what worked, what didn't work, especially coming out of COVID. So I think this is going to be a really good event, I think.
All right. Now, Food Truck Wednesdays is a new feature at the Ella. Tell us about the next one. Oh my gosh, is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, 11 to 2. Triple F food truck, Kona Ice, PB&J barbecue, Junkyard Dog to Go, and everyone's favorite Tiki Sam.
Yeah.
We've had a pretty good turnout for it these last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
even though the weather hasn't necessarily been the nicest. But I remember at the last one, when I was out walking around, like people were on Ella's stoop having lunch and like really exploring the grounds, which I think is something that's unique.
Yeah, definitely.
To be-
Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, just to like be able to have lunch in and around the space.
Yeah, and that's something like that we're trying to really. I know you've seen our grounds are, they're fantastic right now,
Yeah, they
but
do
we're
look
really
good.
trying to it's one thing that we have that's really nice is that we've got amazing grounds. So come eat lunch in the park. Our space is your space. Please use it.
And if you're a bird nerd, I mean, come through. There are so many birds. That is one thing that's like shocked
Yeah.
me. It's like a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, the place does look great. Keep up the great work. A lot of reasons to visit the Ella Sharp Museum this spring and summer. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Nice job on the, what do we call it? Ella Bulletin.
Bulletin, yes.
Oh, I
Alright.
should say, we are still looking for volunteers for Art Beer and Wine, and tickets are live. So if you're interested in coming, they are live on the website. Have a look. Get them in advance.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Harrison Marcotte, Director of Curatorial Affairs, and Museum Assistant Matt Schaefer from the Ella Sharp Museum.